Yeah, this is the Negro Exciting News Fun Show, and I'm your host, DJS. So, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the new buzzword, yeah? Evacuation. Yeah? It's like any little thing now. Evacuate, 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 evacuate. Evacuate where, motherfucker? Yeah, you cannot just displace the whole fucking island or whole country. Yeah? You cannot just uproot a whole island or county, yeah, or town just like that. Evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. And everyone's going to go running. Yeah? That's the same bullshit they gone and done now in North Africa, yeah? Libya and not Algeria, Libya and Tunisia and wherever. And then you go, anyway, forget them, yeah? But the real genuine refugees, yeah, is from Libya and Tunisia and Yemen, yeah? So, and Syria, obviously Syria, yeah? That's where the real refugees are coming from. Yeah, and those other ones just trying to come over here or around Europe and the world and have a better life, economic migrants, yeah? So basically, you got a hurricane is going to come to the USA, evacuate, 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 yeah? I hear that British Virgin Isles is blown to smithereens, yeah? Evacuate, evacuate. And it's supposed to be a hurricane going to hit somewhere today, or was that yesterday? And they say, oh, evacuate the island. I mean, how do you think, everyone's just going to hear this word and just run and leave their whole life, everything they've worked for all their life, they're just going to run and leave? Nah. Human nature, is something where you think you're gonna hunker down, yeah? You're gonna hunker down, yeah? You're gonna hunker down, and you're gonna board up something, board up the windows, yeah? And hope for the best, yeah? A calculated risk. You don't just run away and leave your whole fucking life, do you? What can you carry with you if you evacuate? It's everything you've worked for the last, say, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, depending on how old you are. You're just going to run off and leave that. There's somebody on the TV or the radio shouting, evacuate. Don't make me laugh. Yeah? So where's this word coming from now? I mean, you got all these videos on YouTube, yeah? And they're saying this and they're saying that, yeah? Alex Jones. What's that guy who's always on this show? Jerome Corsi. There's another guy who that's his sole avenue of expertise, or his main avenue of expertise. When you're trying to remember the name, you can't always remember it. Anyway, this guy here who writes books, they're saying all this stuff. They want to evacuate, put people in FEMA camps, all this kind of stuff like this. I mean, it sounds far-fetched, yeah? It sounds totally crazy. And I don't personally believe all of it, yeah? But then, all these hurricanes coming and just like the slightest thing now, yeah? Evacuate, yeah? Evacuate where? Where are you going to go? Yeah? You cannot just uproot everybody, yeah, and move them on, yeah, because a hurricane, a strong wind is gonna come, yeah. Doesn't make sense, yeah. Some people will obey, yeah, but there's always some people who will not, yeah. I mean, like even here in the UK, it was an issue, yeah. There was a very catastrophic fire in a block called Grenfell, yeah? So, yeah, it was a fire. The whole fucking block burned down and people died. And the true figure of people who died, hasn't been released yet. They're saying it was last time I listened, it was 80 or something. But they're supposed to rise to over 300 people burned to death, Yeah, one flat caught fire. Yeah, and then the whole thing goes up like a fucking matchstick because of the cladding, the outside bricking or facade that they put to make the block look attractive. Yeah. So on the back of this, they was checking the cladding of many tower blocks in the UK. Yeah. So it was deemed that a lot of them were unsafe. Yeah. And some in Camden. Yeah, it's a place called Camden. What do you call it? County? What do you call Camden? A borough. Yeah. Anyway, whatever, in Camden. So there were some blocks, yeah. And they were saying evacuate, evacuate. People are like, are you crazy? Some of the people left, but a lot of the families didn't leave. You want people who live in tower blocks just to evacuate, yeah? And you don't want them to leave. It's not an emergency. Yeah, you don't want them to leave and go to a different country or go to a completely different part of the UK. I mean, they were literally just being moved, maybe down the road, yeah, or maybe a few miles, 5 miles, 10 miles radius, whatever. And they would come back to their homes after the block has been passed as being okay. And a lot of these people refuse to leave, yeah? A lot of these people refuse to leave, yeah? So how would you expect somebody just going to leave their whole island or country or state? You know what I mean? Like in Uganda, yeah? All of a sudden, they were getting landslides and the United Nations were shouting, evacuate, evacuate. Run for your lives. Evacuate, evacuate. It's a fucking land grab. There's something happening in this Uganda where they want these people's land. Yeah? You mark my words. They got their eyes on Uganda. And even when this motherfucker, what's his name? Gordon Brown, left the prime ministership of the UK, yeah? I was just thinking, I wonder where this dude is now. You don't hear about him much. Maybe that was 3 months after he left. So I went to the internet and now he's going to Uganda, giving these people computers, yeah? I mean, we think after being the prime minister, he'd write his memoirs and retire or something. No, there's still another mission. He's going to Africa to give people computers, yeah? You think he's just giving them people computers out of the kindness of his heart, or he wants Africa to be modern? Of course not. There's an agenda behind that. Get them computers, get them into the new system, get rid of cash, start using cryptocurrency, whatever, yeah? It's all part of the same agenda, yeah? So like I'm saying, all of a sudden, yeah, there were landslides and people just supposed to leave their land and run away, yeah? And I bet you after those people ran away or forced out, whatever, yeah, these motherfuckers from outside of Africa, yeah, the Western powers will be setting up something there. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing in the USA, yeah? Now, they have this technology called HARP, which is supposed to be able to modify the weather, yeah? So let's say perhaps, I'm not saying they do, let's say perhaps, yeah, they use this HARP. If you point it up, it's supposed to cause earthquakes, hurricanes, and typhoons. If you point it upwards, if you point it down, yeah, it's supposed to cause earthquakes. Yeah, if you point it in the sea, it's supposed to create earthquakes. Earthquake under the sea will cause a tsunami. Yeah, I mean, all this stuff is there on the internet for you to see. The evidence is there. It's not conspiracy theory and tinfoil hat. Yeah. So all of a sudden, evacuate, 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 yeah? And then you just run and leave your fucking land. And what they're supposed to want, to move everybody from the sea, yeah, or the countryside, suburbia, well, maybe not suburbia, but definitely the countryside and the sea. And they want everybody, in the urban places, in the inner cities, where it's easier to monitor you and control you. And I mean, there's so much detailed information on the internet. Yeah, and you wonder, is this all bullshit? And also, what about this? You got these FEMA camps, and you got all these coffins. You're supposed to have these really large coffins, yeah, that they can put more than one body in. I mean, and these things are just stacked up high. You know, and you don't want to believe it, but you think, well, what is this? What's going on here? Yeah. What's going on here? Yeah. Why they got all these coffins? What's the explanation? Yeah. So anything happens now, evacuate. Run for your lives. Yeah. So, like I said, I haven't really listened to or watched the footage of what's happening in the Caribbean, yeah, in the British Virgin Islands. But there was one place where the Prime Minister said all that money could buy is now being destroyed. That wasn't British Virgin Islands. Where was that? I can't remember. But oh shit! Hold on. Sorry about this. I'll answer this text. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, so basically, yeah. Evacuate. I may continue this. I got to sort some stuff out. Okay. So put any questions or comments below. Please subscribe and click the like button. DJS and I'm out. Thank you very much.